Chelsea and Real Betis supporters clash before European final with police using tear gas. Premier League side Chelsea are due to take on Real Betis of Spain in the final of the Conference League, with supporters of both sides in Wrocław city center the day before the game. Police spray tear gas at Chelsea fans ahead of the Europa Conference League final. Fans of Chelsea and Real Betis have clashed with police in Wrocław ahead of the Conference League final. Initial reports point to tear gas being used, with footage of the clashes being shared on social media. In one video, individuals can be seen throwing objects, including chairs in a square in the center of the city. In other footage, those in police uniform can be spotted heading in the direction of fans, a number of them in Chelsea colors, before spraying what reports say is tear gas. Earlier in the day, there had been peaceful scenes in Wrocław Square as fans of both sides gathered. However, things appear to have changed by the evening, with police arriving. Eye-watering details of Lamine Yamal's blockbuster new Barcelona contract revealed as teenager is propelled into Blaugrana's top earners. Lamine Yamal will earn a staggering £325,000 per week after signing a new contract at the club until 2031. Yamal puts pen to paper. Deal runs until 2031. One of Barca's top earners now. What happened? Per beIN Sports, Yamal's new deal has catapulted him up the salary ladder at Barcelona, and he is now one of the club's top earners after putting pen to paper. He has extended his stay until 2031 and will earn €15 million, £12.5M/$17M per season as a base salary, potentially rising to €20 million, £17M/$23M with bonuses. That puts him on a weekly wage of £325,000. The bigger picture. Yamal's deal also included a staggering release clause of €1 billion, £838M/$1.1bn, as the club aimed to keep the winger at the club for the foreseeable future. The 17-year-old scored 18 goals and registered 25 assists in all competitions across a La Liga and Copa del Rey winning campaign for Hansi Flick side. Did you know? Yamal is also expected to be given the number 10 shirt once Ansu Fati leaves the club, as he takes over the number previously worn by Ronaldinho and Lionel Messi, in another show of faith from the Catalan Giants. What next? Barcelona's players will now embark on their summer holidays ahead of the 2025-26 season, when they will aim to defend their title. Liverpool handed Ryan Gravenberch suspension nightmare as red card rules explained. Liverpool midfielder Ryan Gravenberch was sent off against Crystal Palace on the final day of the Premier League campaign. Hello everyone, I bring you football updates on this channel. Comment the team you support, so I can share news about it. I hope you've subscribed. Thank you for watching. Ryan Gravenberch was sent off against Crystal Palace. Liverpool midfielder Ryan Gravenberch will be available to play in the Community Shield against Crystal Palace, but will crucially miss the Premier League opener following his sending off. The Dutchman was shown a straight red card for bringing down Daichi Kamada on the halfway line on Sunday. Oliver Glasner's side were looking to double their lead with Palace on the break in the final Premier League match of the season, but their move broke down as the Japanese attacker was brought down after a loose touch from the recently crowned Young Player of the Season. The South London side were once again looking to spoil Liverpool's party, with their latest meeting featuring a title party for the Reds. Gravenberch was already on a yellow card after he was adjudged by dived in the box after going down under the challenge from Maxence Lacroix. But Darren England went to his back pocket to brandish a straight red card, which will disrupt the 23-year-old's involvement at the beginning of next season's Premier League. Liverpool's campaign will officially get underway when they play in the Community Shield, which will be against Palace after their FA Cup triumph over Manchester City. A post on the Premier League Match Centre account explained the decision. The referee's call of red card to Gravenberch for denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, DOGSO, was checked and confirmed by VAR. Denying a goal-scoring opportunity is when a player denies the opposing team a goal or an obvious goal-scoring opportunity by committing a non-deliberate handball offense and the referee awards a penalty kick. An offense committed outside the penalty area that denies a goal or an obvious goal-scoring opportunity will be a red card. With Kamada have acres of the Anfield turf ahead and Gravenberch being last man, he was shown a straight red card. As a result, The former Ajax and Bayern Munich midfielder will be suspended for one match. The game ended 1-1 with Mohamed Salah scoring a late equalizer to take his tally to 29 goals and 18 assists in the league this season. Liverpool will find out who they will begin their Premier League title defense against on June 18, 9 a.m., as well as their path for retaining their crown. Liverpool's Premier League champions range an offence committed outside the penalty area that denies a goal or an obvious goal-scoring opportunity will be a red card. With Kamada have acres of the Anfield turf ahead and Gravenberch being last man, he was shown a straight red card. As a result, the former Ajax and Bayern Munich midfielder will be suspended for one match. The game ended 1-1 with Mohamed Salah scoring a late equalizer to take his tally to 29 goals and 18 assists in the league this season. Liverpool will find out who they will begin their Premier League title defense against on June 18, 9 a.m., as well as their path for retaining their crown. Liverpool's Premier League champions range. Liverpool FC has launched its Premier League champions range after winning its 20th league title. Fans can pick up items including the 24-25 home stadium jersey with Champions 20 printing or Champions 24-25 today. Man United transfer news. Matheus Cunha issues statement as new striker deadline set. Hello everyone, I bring you football updates on this channel. Comment the team you support so I can share news about it. I hope you've subscribed. Thank you for watching. Manchester United Chiefs will be hard at work already to bolster the squad after a woeful season, with plenty of incomings and outgoings planned as Ruben Amorim looks to get his squad back in shape. Matheus Cunha sent an emotional message to Wolves fans. Manchester United have got a massive summer ahead of them after their disastrous season came to a close. The Red Devils rounded off the campaign on a slight high note after beating Aston Villa 2-0 on the final day, but they finished in 15th place after 18 losses, and there is much work for Ruben Amorim to do. Amorim addressed supporters after the Villa game to apologize for a woeful season that also saw them beaten by Premier League rivals Tottenham in the Europa League final, and promised that the good days are coming. The Red Devils have already started to make moves on both incoming and outgoing moves ahead of next season after confirming Johnny Evans, Christian Eriksen, and Victor Lindelof would all depart on free transfers, while the likes of Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, and Jadon Sancho are expected to leave. Meanwhile, Matheus Cunha is set to be the first name through the door as part of United's rebuild. Amorim will need plenty more names to arrive if he is to restore United to their former glory. Mirror Football has taken a look at the latest Manchester United transfer news after the final day of the season. Garnacho offered Napoli escape route. Garnacho's future at Old Trafford looks increasingly uncertain after he was benched for the Europa League final and then left out of the matchday squad entirely for the last game of the season against Villa. Tensions appear to be growing between the player and Amorim after he scolded his manager's decision, before his brother accused the coach of throwing him under the bus. Now it seems Napoli could be ready to rescue him from his difficult spell after the Italian side won the Serie A title last week. Garnacho has fallen out with Ruben Amorim and Napoli could offer him an escape. According to the paper, Napoli sporting director Giovanni Manna will soon meet with United officials to begin the negotiation process over Garnacho after missing out on him in January. The Naples outfit had a bid of £40 million rejected in January, with United valuing him closer to £70 million, but the Italian team could have better luck in striking a bargain after a tough season for the Argentine. Amorim awaits Delap decision. One player Manchester United are hoping to sign is Ipswich's Liam Delap, but they will have to do battle with a number of clubs amid stiff competition for his signature. Delap is hot property this summer after a superb spell with the Tractor Boys, scoring 12 times in the Premier League. Liverpool and Chelsea are among the teams said to be interested alongside United, but those contenders won't have to wait long before Delap decides on his future. Liam Delap is set to make a decision on his future with United interested. Journalist Ben Jacobs reports that Delap is set to decide his next move before he heads off for the under-21 Euros with England. The report says United have already held initial discussions with the player, who wants to play European football, though game time is more important for him as he bids to make England's World Cup squad next season. It adds that Delap would like to return to the northwest to play his football, having grown up in Derby and Manchester. Cunha sends message. United are edging closer to confirming their first transfer of the new season after reaching agreement to sign Cunha from Wolves, handing him a long-term contract until 2030 with the option of an additional 12 months. The Red Devils are set to pay the Brazilian's £62.5 million release clause, adding some much-needed firepower to a group of players that scored just 44 goals all season, the fifth lowest of any team in the Premier League this season. Cunha is understood to have been offered the number 10 shirt at Old Trafford, meaning that number will be stripped from Marcus Rashford, who is likely to leave the club in the summer after his loan spell with Aston Villa. Matheus Cunha has appeared to say farewell to Wolves ahead of an expected move to Old Trafford. And now the Brazilian has sent a message to Wolves fans following the end of the season, which appears to be a goodbye message. "Wolves, what can I say to you?" he said. "What an incredible season. We didn't get to where you deserve to be, but we did everything we could to make you proud. I love these guys. Individually, it was the best season of my life. All of this was only possible because of all the dedication and love I have for this club. I became the Brazilian with the most goals in a Premier League season, along with at Roberto_Firmino and at Gabriel Martinelli. I made mistakes and got things right, but always because I lived this club so much. All I ever wanted was to do the impossible for Wolves. Another one is over. And thank you all for all the affection."